at this point, the Sonia and Reiss story has kind of gone on long enough that it's went from a story that initially is like, oh, okay, this is interesting, and then they put in some weird little forks in the road that we weren't really expecting, like Reiss stealing money from his wife, who's in a catatonic state and can't move or do anything. Um, and it's, I don't know, as people who were Reiss enjoyers at the start, I think at this time, finally, the kind of the milk has been spilt. It's like I'm fucking sick.
It's how I feel most people would feel about Theo Hawthorne as well. They're like, oh, he's a good character, and then like, wait, what? Stalker. Oh, I know it's not the same caliber, like not the same caliber, but it's the same kind of feeling where you're like, oh, Rich is just a quirky, antisocial guy. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's saying.
Yeah,
He's a bit like, the first woman to give birth was not actually a woman. It was actually a man named Francine. And it's like, okay, Reese, what do you have to add to this conversation? And it's just like, it's funny, isn't it? And then, and now he's slowly like, he's speaking like Boris Johnson to me. I was like,
he's just coming out with so many. I don't know, like comic relief is fine, but what I've been saying for a long time, what I've been saying for a long time now is comedy's only really funny if it has depth. You can't just say, "Oh, hey, why did the chicken cross the road? Because the chicken's dead." Ha ha ha! Like, not fucking interesting, is it?
it, it's generally how like, I understand, but for most characters, you know where they're going, where the end
Yeah.
goal is. But for Reese, you don't know where the end goal is because
Yes.
Chris Crenshaw doesn't even know where the end goal is. He has a goal. The only them flags you have is football
Yeah.
with the pitch. He's running around the pitch, like just planting the flag anywhere he can, and he's like, "Oh, here, 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 here." Chris, just pick a fucking
And
spot.
like, if you get a bird's eye view of it, he's made like a fish or something, or he's made a fucking question mark. Even he doesn't know what's going on.
He has a fish's head.
But like, it's just because as we've been. I remember saying this fucking months ago, but to make make Reese an interesting character again, you need to reassess like where he's at. You need to figure out whether he's good, whether he's bad, or whether he is just going to keep stealing from his fucking wife, and like or not. And it's just I don't understand why the fuck like is Reese's wife gonna wake up at some point? Is she not? Like it's basically it's gone on too long where it's just I don't know. It's hard to root for anyone in this storyline. Is the issue? I don't like to be super negative. I do want to enjoy this stuff. It's still nice that Sonia's got on a storyline. It's nice that she's finally getting a fucking storyline after years of doing nothing and being there for everybody else. Like I am glad that she's getting to do stuff. But like even the fucking circumstances are a bit odd. Where it's like, I want a baby. It's like, okay. It's like, yeah, but I'm infertile, so you're gonna have to do IVF. And like, I don't like Sonia. I get that Sonia's like late 30s, like early 40s, right? But and especially on EastEnders, where fucking Linda had another kid and she's in her 40s. Sharon had a kid, she in her fucking 50s. It was like we get freak children. Freak children, not the, that's not the word they say. We get like this. We get these like miracle kids popping out like every fucking couple of years, and yeah, I don't know really. Like she's 39, but and I don't disagree though. I don't hate the idea. Like yeah, she wants to become a mum again. The only time she was a mum, she was like 15, and she couldn't really get to enjoy all of the relationship with Beck. And but fucking, I don't. There's just a lot of I've always angled Reese as you need to sandpaper down some of the like sharper edges, and then you do get a more well-rounded and interesting character. But because they refuse to actually develop the character anymore, it's now just sandpapery and it's still sharp. And you're like, fuck it, no, I wasn't even trying to fucking touch it. Now I'm bleeding. But let's see what people generally think. Do you have anything else to say about this little bit? So the Reddit says, did anyone here find the Reiss and Sonia IVF storyline really boring and pointless? The whole point of it is/was, I thought that Reiss's ex-wife, ex-girlfriend who was in a coma, wakes up and finds out he used her money to fund IVF treatment. Otherwise, there's no point EastEnders showing us this. This has not happened in months and may never happen, so I'm not really sure what the point of this story is and its climax. At the minute, it's just yet another boring pregnancy storyline. Yeah, no, it's not. It's fairly reasoned, honestly. And I mean, that's what we've said pretty much. It's exactly what we've been talking about. Now we see what people think. Someone says, I don't care for it. Sonia should act her age too. She already has a grown-up child, so why is she trying to have another one?
Fuck off.
Yeah, like, I don't. You're allowed to want more kids. I think that's perfectly reasonable. I don't think Sonia should be fucking
No, like, what's
shit
that?
on because she wants to have another another baby.
What's that country where you're only allowed to have like 2 kids?
Well, I mean, it used to be China where China had a one-child policy,
Yeah.
but eventually they realized that it was a pretty flawed system and too many girls thrown into rivers. Classic China. But obviously since it was made to stem the growing population, so that so through time they opened it up more. That was a fucking history lesson for you.
Thank you.
But yeah, let's not just fucking look. You want a kid, that's fine. Someone's saying actor age.
What's my age again? My age
Like,
again.
she's only 39.
Sorry, she.
Like,
Oh no, she's
she is 39. Like, I mean, the one stupid bit is when you see all these like older actors, and it's like he's popped out, kid number 73. He's 79 years old, and it's like, fucking it. Like, why is this happening then? Why is that fucking doable? Like, why has Robert De Niro got about 13 children?
Didn't he pop out one recently?
Yeah, he had another kid.
And he's like 73.
Yeah.
He's not seen that. He's not seen that before college.
Like, fuck me.
You can have kids your old age, but it's just finding the woman to fucking dump them in. Especially when you're 73.
That's the most geezer sounding thing you've ever said. just better finding the woman to fucking pump them in. Sorry. You can plan a family. I mean, also, it would be nice if biology allowed women to have kids for fucking longer, rather than being like, well, you're about 40 now, so the chances are there. Well, fuck you. You're too busy having a career. Fuck you. It's like, oh man, come on, boy. But there we go. That's a tangent. You don't need to go on. Storyline is super boring. I honestly don't care enough about them as a couple to be invested in their IVF journey. That said, I'd love to see Sonia get pregnant. Kind of want to see Debbie wake up partway through the pregnancy and Reiss hell over stolen money. I think Reiss would struggle between having Debbie back and how to navigate his relationship with Sonia, flash the baby, bring on the fireworks. That's fair. I do like that. I will say the one interesting thing is I do want Sonia to get pregnant. I don't want it to be Reiss's kid because they can't write Reiss well at the minute, and I don't trust them to have a nerdy kid on the square. But like I said, the main thing is I do want Sonia to actually have a fucking child, because it would add another facet to the character. At least it'll give her something else to do. I know people are tired of like pregnancy storylines, but I mean, it's kind of people build families. That's how people work. Someone says Debbie wakes up and kind of is like, "Hey, that's my kid. That's mine. That's my kid."
How's it going, kid?
Someone says, "I feel guilty saying I'm bored by it. because I imagine it's being played out well, as in IVF can be a long and painful journey. You don't enjoy watching it. I think it's the characters and the fact that Sonia seems to have forgotten that she's had a baby before that's getting her, getting me down, lol.
She's not fit for that. It's just the fact that she had tried the 15.
And she didn't know she was pregnant until she gave birth.
Exactly.
And then she gave her away.
Yeah. and then her step parents died, and
which happens a lot in soap. Like, don't be a fucking foster parent in soap, because if you do, you die. Well, no, an adopted parent not on the square. Like, oh, Raymond, he's getting taken away, and the foster parent is dead, and the niece has gone back.
I'm not
really how fostering works, boys.
I'm not ready for Stuart and Rainey to die off screen.
Please no.
Well, Rainey actually have not Stuart.
No. Yeah, I will say, obviously, I don't know how IVF works. I'm not gonna act like I know much of.
It's like playing Tetris, what I heard.
Never that. Someone jokes that it would be fun for Sonia and Debbie to get together and raise the child without Reiss, which I
like that one story.
I know who says that. I respect it. I like it. I love it every time.
The one story I know where a girl broke up with a lad, and she asked her screaming. The screaming joke, he went, "Fuck his ex," and then she donated a week later and I fucked his ex.
But yeah, I will say, considering that some of the social issues they've done lately, and they've not really been the most, like, honest about how the process goes, like the ADHD diagnosis with Freddie, where it's like, I think I have ADHD. Yes, Bobby, you should go for an assessment. Oh, what? We got a massive TV that we're gonna sell, and you've got the assessment, and you have ADHD, and it's like, I don't know about that, lads. Like, I think as much as I appreciate the Edward syndrome storyline that they did a good job with Whitney and Zach I do think that was also a bit like, oh, and you've lost the kid, and they also did the HIV storyline at the same time. Like, a lot of them were kind of thrown in to fit in at the time and not really explored in the most interesting way. I will say that's probably been a bit of an issue with Clenshaw, where they try chucking the social issues, even if it may not be the most accurate. But it's just, and I will say Reiss has been a little bit better. He's not been as kind of like holding her to like a very strict, regimented, like, right, you follow my path, you're gonna get pregnant 3 days. Like, what?
Just sign up my course.
3-minute baby in 4 minutes.
Oh, imagine if you on
that. Someone made a funny comment. I can't stand the pair. That guy has made her boring. I don't believe in the slightest that Sonia, after being with Martin, being a gay, would end up with him. I also fast forward these parts. Honestly, they should either drop the bloke or drop them both from the show. I do enjoy the phrase of being a gay. It's just some lovely little broken English.
Yes, I become the gay.
It's like I always joke, like, saying, like, we, like, that. I say joke just in like the terminology, not say like we love the gay. Like, the joke is the gays, but yeah, people are just shitting on Sonia now. That's just unreasonable.
I think we've come to the conclusion that people don't like the IVF storyline.
We have, and like, all in all, if Sonia has a baby out of it, I think we can accept that wasn't the best, but a baby's coming out of it, so now we get more storyline, and we get to see how they develop as parents. I feel like, it's always. I feel like having a baby in the soaps are the biggest part, but it's never really about figuring out how that person's going to be as a parent. And I feel like that part being explored will probably be more interesting than the rest of the fucking storyline. So yeah, or alternatively, like the one commenter said, have Sonia and Debbie raise the baby together, and send Reiss to the Shadow Realm. Who needs him? Not us. Not the baby. Not
Reiss.
Debbie. Not Sonia. Fuck you, Reiss.
Reiss, what is he good for? Reiss, absolutely nothing.
I don't know why I had to add the extra Reiss.
As war, what is he good for?
Yeah, but it could have said the bit without the Reiss, and it would have flowed. But there we are. So, yes, we see everybody is bored of the IVF storyline, clearly. It's just about trying to find that positive that we can take out of it, that we hopefully do get. But it is soap, and there's a chance that they just fucking abandon it. Like there's no tomorrow. Can't see that happening, but oh, we're gonna do this big bulimia storyline with Ben, and it does. Fair enough. So only time will tell. We'll see, and hopefully, once it's over, if Sonia has a baby, we can at least have a fairly enjoyable thing to talk about and not have it bad. We've been watching Walford. Thank you for watching this video discussing Sonia Reiss's IVF. Tell us what you think in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching. Make sure to join us in the next one. See you then. Bye-bye.